Never forget, my brothers and my sister. Never forget your ALUAH, the creator of life that created you. Never forget the breath of life that you are breathing, that is from YAHUAH. Do not forget. And constantly be obedient to Abba YAHUAH in all directions. Do not forget. So that Rabbi YAHUAH is about. I'm going to read from Yaakov, which is translated to James. Chapter 1, verse 21 to 25. Verse 21 said, so get rid of all the filth in your life. Get rid of them all. Get rid of all the filth and evil in your lives. All the filthy things that you know that is in your life, get rid of them now. This is the time you have. Tomorrow may be too late. Get rid of them now. Get rid of all the filth and evil in your life. And humbly accept the Abba, which is the truth of YAHUAH, which is the commandment of YAHUAH. He said, accept the Daba. He said, and humbly accept the Daba as planted in your heart. And humbly accept the Daba that has been planted in your heart. For it has the power to save your soul. It is the Daba that will save your soul. It is the Daba of YAHUAH that will save your soul. Nothing else. Yes. It's the Daba of YAHUAH that will save your soul. Verse 22. But do not just listen to the Daba. Do not just listen. Just like the children of Yashara, they listen and they forgot instantly. He said, but do not just listen to the Daba of YAHUAH. You must do what the Daba says. Otherwise, you are only fooling yourself. He said, do not just listen to the Daba. You must do what the Daba says. You must do what YAHUAH tell you to do. You must do the instructions of YAHUAH, your ALUAH. You must focus on YAHUAH's instructions, and you must focus on the directions of YAHUAH only. Don't just listen. These people, they heard the voice of Abba YAHUAH directly. They saw the cloud of pillar of the pillar of fire and the pillar of cloud. They are seeing it live there. They saw the Red Sea parted for them to come through. Do not just be a hearer only, but be doer. Verse 22. Do not just listen to the Daba of YAHUAH. You must do what the Daba says. Otherwise, you are only fooling yourself. Say you are only fooling yourself when you just listen and you do not do what the Daba says. That's what the scripture is telling you there. And I pray that you will not fool yourself from this day. You will listen and you will do. From this day, constantly, every day of your life, you will listen to what the Daba of YAHUAH say, and you will act on them continuously. Verse 23. For if you listen to the Daba and do not obey, it is like glancing at your face in a mirror. You see yourself in the mirror just now. You are looking at the mirror and you saw yourself. And as you walk away, when you walk away from the mirror and you just forget what you look like instantly. He said you see yourself, you walk away and you forget what you look like. Verse 25. He said, but if you look carefully into the perfect law that set you free, if you look carefully into the perfect law, the Daba of YAHUAH that set you free, and if you do what it says, you must look into the Daba of YAHUAH and you will do what it says. He said, if you look into the perfect law that set you free, and if you do what it says, and do not forget what you heard. Do not forget. Forgetfulness. Pray every day that spirit of forgetfulness is an evil spirit. Rebuke it from your life. He said, but if you look carefully into the perfect law that sets you free, and if you do what it says, and do not forget what you heard, then YAHUAH will barak you for doing it. YAHUAH will constantly barak you when you do what YAHUAH say you should do. When you obey YAHUAH's commandment, YAHUAH will constantly barak you. You will live from one level of baraka to the next. Constant baraka. That's what will happen in your life. Jacob chapter 4 verse 13 to 17. He said, look here, you who say today or tomorrow we are going to a certain town and we'll stay there a year. We will do business there and make a profit. Say, look here, YAHUAH, the scripture is telling you, You that is boasting, oh, I'm going to this town, to this town and do this and do this and do this. When I finish doing what I need to do, I'm going to stay there for 1 year. You are taking credit for every part of your life. You don't want to allow Yahuwah to guide you. The scripture is telling you right now, look here. He said, look here, you who said today or tomorrow, we are going to a certain town and we stay there a year. We will do business there and make a profit. How do you know? How do you know? Now, listen now. How do you know what your life will be like tomorrow? How do you know what your life will be like tomorrow? Your life is like a money fog. It's here a little while, then it's gone. Your life is like a money fog. It's here a little while and suddenly it's gone. Verse 15. He said, what you ought to say is, if Yahuwah wants us to, we will live and do this or that. Verse 16. Otherwise, you are boasting. When you are boasting with your own carnal mind, with your own strength, you will lose everything. He said, otherwise, you are boasting about your own pretentious plans, and all such boasting is evil. When you are boasting with your carnal mind, is evil. That is what the scripture said. To be carnally minded is dead. He said, remember again, this everything you see, anytime you see remember in the scriptures, take it seriously. Say, remember, it is sin to know what you ought to do, then not do it. It is sin to know what you ought to do and you did not do it. Yahuwah said, do not murder. You know Yahuwah's commandment that he said you should not kill, and you went to go and murder. That's sin. He said, do not sleep with, do not commit adultery. You know that sleeping with somebody's ex-wife is adultery, and you went and do it. Remember, it is sin to know what you ought to do when you went about your life and do it. You are destroying yourself. And I pray for you today that you will, that spirit of forgetfulness that is making you not to appreciate the things that Yahuwah is doing in your life, that spirit today ends right now. You will walk and you will be obedient to Yahuwah from this day. Only you will walk and you will be obedient to Yahuwah every day of your life. That is my prayer for you. And that's the life I live. And I pray this for myself also constantly, every day. That Yahuwah help me, so that I walk in your ways and your direction continuously in my life. Because the life that we live is a day-to-day life. Never you forget that. The life you are living right now, this life that Abba Yahuwah give to you, take it seriously. And let this life produce results for you. Do not forget where you are coming from. Because Yahuwah wants you not to forget yourself, like just the scripture we read. That some people will look at the mirror, suddenly they will forget how they look like. Do not be that. Constantly focus on the perfect law that sets you free, which is the Daba of Yahuwah, the commandment of Yahuwah that sets you free, and be constantly obedient to the Daba of Yahuwah. That's my prayer for you all. So that Rabbi Yahuwah Sabaoth and Ba Sham Yahusha Mashiach. Also,
dear brothers and sisters, do not be distracted. Do not lose focus and forget your ALUAH. Do not be like the rebellious children of Yasharal. Do not forget Yahuwah after all he has done for you. Now Yahuwah has given you his Debar. Do not forget, my brothers and sisters. Don't take anything to become your mighty one. Pray every day that Yahuwah takes the evil spirit of forgetfulness away from you. Do not be ungrateful. Never forget Yahuwah and constantly be obedient to the Debar and instruction Yahuwah has given you. It is the Debar that saves your soul. Don't just listen to the Debar of Yahuwah. Do what it says, or you are only fooling yourselves. That was a great message, Elder Don. That was a great message for the listeners. Opens their eyes. Yahuwah opens their eyes to these messages. So Tudah, Rabba, Yahuwah, Sabaoth, Bahasham, Yahusha Mashiach.
Yeah, that was a very great message. I mean, people just there's stories of people forgetting so quickly. I mean, the people of YAHUAH, it did not take them long at all to forget all the miracles that they saw when they were with Musha, and just throw that to the side and start worshiping these idols, melting down their earrings and making a golden calf, whatever else. Or, you know, Adam in the beginning with the tree and the fruit. You know, he knew not to eat it, but he forgot. You can't forget. Pray every day that you don't forget what you've learned. You don't want to end up like them. Toda Rabbi Yahuwah Sabaoth, Ba'asham Yersham Shak.
Toda Rabbi Yahuwah Sabaoth. Toda Rabbi Yahuwah Sabaoth. I pray every one of us take this very seriously. Take this very seriously, because this is what Ashatan uses in manipulating people's hearts. It will bring something else to your picture, for you to forget where you are coming from. You know, so it distraction. That's what we call distractions. So you must constantly pray for focus. Your focus should be on the direction that Abba Yahuwah has programmed for you to be. So your focus should be on your obedience to Yahuwah, and your focus should be on the Amunah that Yahuwah has given to you. That you have Amunah in Yahusha. You constantly have Amunah in every day of your life. Do not give up. Trust in Yahuwah. Trust in the process. Let your hope be in Yahuwah always, continuously. And that's how you will live the life that Yahuwah has called you to live. Toda Rabbi Yahuwah Sabaoth.